Hi, David. This is Libby Young in the library. I'm here to have a short chat with you about library resources that are often helpful in poverty studies classes. So I'm going to show you the course guide that was developed specifically for Poverty Studies 101. And just so you know, this is endlessly adaptable to the goals and assignments of your class. And so should you want me to make a guide like this for a class you're teaching, we can customize it however you'd like. But I'm just going to show you some of the highlights of this. So starting with background, I don't know if you've ever used CQ Researcher before, but it's a great database for finding background information, much better than something like a Wikipedia. So I'm going to do a quick search for SNAP. And the first one that comes up is about domestic poverty. And they're all organized the same way, which is really the strength of these things. They all have these parts, and they're all good and helpful for students. But just to show you one thing I like especially is the chronology. So this will go right to what has happened in our country, and it tends to be more domestic than international. But we start with the war on poverty with Johnson in '64, and then it goes more recently to what Clinton did, and then all the way up to 2019. And this is really helpful for students who are looking for topics to write papers on, and it can give them a place to start. And then just so you see these contacts that try to put students in touch with reliable and good places on the internet, organizations, NGOs, that kind of thing, that gives them some places to look. And their bibliography is also good for students who are interested in going a little farther. So, and all of these reports, studies, articles are all able for them to click on and go to. So this is a really nice thing set up for students. Let's go back to our page. Down here we have our places to find scholarly articles, and should you want me or any librarian to talk to your class about what peer review means, help finding the full text of these, how to use interlibrary loan, how to use citation managers, create bibliographies, annotated bibliographies. That's all stuff that we love to talk to them about. And in an online environment, of course, I can come into a Zoom class, or I can record something in advance that students can look at. So there are a lot of options for that. This is our Find Books tab, which is going to change in June. We're going to a new catalog system. We will swap out this widget for a new searching widget, but it will still be there for students. Our news sources are good to know about. So we can get our students to all kinds of big papers, New York Times, Washington Post, LA Times, those Wall Street Journal kind of things. In fact, TIVA, and news, also much more local. We have this one place where we can search the last 20 years of the Greenville News. It's not great, but it's all we've got right now. You can see I already had pre-populated it with a search about Triune Mercy Center. And when we search it, we get 937 results, and we can have them come up by most recent, and then these are all full text. So it's not great if you try to get into a lot of detail. The searches aren't always there, but for this one, it looks like it's pretty good. And so you could try something like homelessness or poverty or things like that, with varying amounts of success. The last thing I want to show you is more for you than it is for students, but that is our Films on Demand. This is a database that has streaming documentaries in it, and it is very student friendly, very teacher friendly too, and I think especially good for an online environment. Let's see. So we can, did I spell it right? We can search for microloans, and we will get documentaries. Oh, I hate this. Um, hmm. I'm not sure why it's not coming up. Let's do an advanced search. Okay. So they come up in segments. We can look at a whole, this one is called Voices of the Poor. So let's see if we can look at the whole thing. So this thing is 41 minutes and 39 seconds long. But when you go to it, it's also broken down into segments. And so there must be something in here specifically about microloans. That's a 2-minute, 45-second clip. So if you wanted to assign this to students to watch, it kind of works like a YouTube video where you say share and embed link, and then it gives you a very easy way to embed a very short link into your into your Moodle. You could assign the whole thing if you thought it was good, or you could just have them watch a little bit and react to it. So something very nice for them to do outside of class, or maybe you even short enough to show in class and then elicit discussion. There's a transcript that goes along with each one of these. Come on, open up. So you can look at it more closely, make sure that you think it's good. And most of these will have a bibliography at the end. So, yeah, I can't get it to close. But anyhow, this is, I think, a good resource to have for your online classes. So that's basically what I wanted to show you. That was very short, but I just want you to know that I'm happy to work with your classes, or I'm happy to create something on the side for them to go to, and it's a good place to have all the things in one place for them so they don't have to try to do the searching on their own. So I look forward to maybe hearing from you as you develop your class, if there's anything I can do for you. Bye.